the story by the Japanese writer Kazuo Ishiguro that was entitled An Artist in a Floating World. This contrasts two worlds as a Japanese artist sees it. One before the atomic explosion at Hiroshima, and the other of what happens to him after that. It's a kind of meditation also on old traditional Japan and post-war Japan after the old one has been wiped off or disappeared. And how an artist responds to it. An artist can either sink beneath the weight of the past or learn to survive in the real world. An artist's only concern is to capture beauty. This was a time in Japan when artists followed the art for art's sake philosophy. They were supposed to live in this beautiful, floating world of sensations where only the intensity of their feelings mattered. Then there was the whole horror of the Second World War that disrupted this dreamlike world and the guilt that this produced. It raised the question of individual responsibility. What can an artist do when the world is collapsing around him or her? Though this artist keeps going back to what he could have done, he tells himself, but however skillfully I might have done this, I have had no influence. That is to say, he still clung to the idea of beauty being the most important thing of an artist. But as the story unfolds, the reader begins to realize that Masuji Ono was actually responsible in a small way for creating the militaristic situation that would eventually lead to the dropping of the atom bomb on Hiroshima.
It's very interesting because for me it's the first time to come in the South and it's an opportunity to meet all women artists together. We all had a concept but still we had our own ideas. So it's very interesting in a way the interaction we are having together and the way we are doing our works, we can explore our inner selves. That's very interesting to know in all the ways. To me, fluid science, this concept appears very interesting because earlier also I am working with the reflection on waters. So when I got this invitation, I really felt as if it is meant for me, it's very going with my thoughts. And the other way that fluid science is something that, so I felt it as if something we really ignore about, like something flowing images, the rainwaters and the rainwater coagulated somewhere and the reflections on that, the images on those things. Those things are, everybody sees those things but they don't realize it as a piece of art. So I just wanted to focus my point on those things just to feel it more closely. Well, to me women always appears more close to nature. Women are always more sensitive to nature. So in a way, being a woman myself, I would say that it's more close, the subject itself is more close to nature and it suggests to women artists more. 5 rectangular pieces of land that I wanted to focus on, and this would be having some thread works inside. The main focus is the wayside things, the things which are already there, the pieces of nature, the unknown gardens, the unseen gardens. That is always there, like a piece of land here. It is having so many decorations, so many kind of designs in itself. But we don't focus because of our preoccupied mind, we just pass through that. So I just wanted to focus on those little paths and to just to feel it in a more different way. When once it rains, those things flows in the water and they create a simple kind of images, the kind of forms, and the water lines and the lines in sand, they all relates in a, it comes to me, they appeals to me in an aesthetic way. So many experiences I got from them because all of them are so senior to me and they are so much in the field, so it's very interesting to know many aspects other than art. Or maybe I can say art also had many other aspects other than painting or just drawing on the canvas. So the other aspects as well as the drawing aspect, their experiences within India, outside India, and in their home life, in their personal lives. So many things became so close that it feels that I am learning from them in many ways. The more simple you are, the more close you are to nature. And that's interesting to know, and not only interesting to know, interesting to feel and then react to that.
I work on colors. Normally it is colors, and basically I am a graphist. I am always driven to the medium. So that has lot of textures. In the other sense, we can compare ourselves with the medium itself because even we have lot of textures. I don't like even surface. So normally I use other materials like sticking papers, foils, silver foils or golden foils, and color papers, chocolate paper. It's always a layers. I think it has a very deep relationship with human life. We may be cheerful outside to look, but we don't know how much miseries or what sadness is sitting inside. Whereas where I show textures, I connect it to the innerness of a person and show outside. Be it a rich person or a poor one, an educated, an illiterate, or whoever it is, they have lot of textures. So that way I can show with lines where I can be very spontaneous with my line, and some places where it is controlled. Sometimes you get angry, you bounce on the person, you lose your temper and their temper is lost. So that is how you can play with lines. I generally play that. In my work, the difference between nature and abstraction, or a realistic painting or an abstract painting, this is definitely defined, I think, would be every abstract painting, though people won't pursue what it is, they cannot, the layperson cannot understand what is this, you are throwing colors and there's nothing in it. That's what a normal person will talk. But what I say is every part of nature or realism has abstraction. Say, I give this as an example. To a layperson, it is a wood or a pillar which holds the building. About a carpenter, he'll just tap it and say what kind of wood. For me, I may be more interested into this part. You take your camera and only take this part and do it as a painting. But when I throw it on my canvas, it is going to be abstract. Back home, when I talk about a woman being an artist, it is quite difficult only, I do agree, and that too particularly to me who has got married to a family where no one is an artist or no one has ever moved very or got associated with an artist very closely. It was quite difficult initially. I had to talk with my husband regarding this too, that I have to stand as an artist before I would get married. So that way they were very understanding, and that's how I was able to carry on as an still I am starting as an artist, that's what I can say. You can, as you've seen 7 or 8, 10 works, definitely par input. There's nothing less what a woman can do, and they've done a beautiful job. All the works are just excellent, and not only that, they're all working on installations, right? and I can see everyone climbing up, going down, and no matter what they don't have to think they are a woman or a lady. So the title itself is very interesting, and each one are trying to express in their own way. And though it is under one title, each one is coming out with their own perspective with the sun. So it is very beautiful, and we are enjoying it.
I had a lot of plants at home, so I used to look at them, sprouts, trees, the leaves. All my friends used to say, "What is so different? They are all there." Then for them, it's nothing. For me, it was all new thing. Still it is like that. Whenever I look at a plant, I feel like it's like me. I'm growing day by day. Every day I grow. I'm getting mature, intellectually also. Even the trees are like that. The plants are like that. They give flowers. They're like females. They are like women. They only know to give. Even if you chop them, they will grow. I've been using this bottle, trees, plants, apples, and I look at them as a part of body, a female body or a male body. I paint the relationship between a man and a woman. That you can see in my paintings. I'm thinking of marriage and motherhood. So I've painted the womb. I like strong colors, and I really like to dress up. Like I told you, I'm not showing it to the society. It is for myself. It makes me very happy. Dakshin Kshetra, I've never imagined, I've been in urban cities all my life. But I thought it must be some place where they'll be giving us color canvas and we paint. I never even imagined that it's full of trees, flowers and birds around. It was a very good experience. And talking about the artists, they all are individuals. Every artist has his own identity, you can say, and color combination, and they believe in their work. Especially, I like Sajita and Shantamani's work. Women over here, I've been talking there. They have all troubled, tortured by their husbands, but they're still leaving. They want to leave them, but they cannot because they're financially not independent. Dressing up is so part of me that I cannot forget myself. I love myself so much. I love looking into mirrors, making poses. So I'm learning Bharatanatyam dance. It has made me more stronger. It has really given me a perspective. How our culture is so strong in values or whatever. And plus it's physically very painful, but it gives you a lot of stamina, which is really helpful for your work. But I can only relate to the physicality, the dancing part of Bharatanatyam, but I couldn't relate to the Abhinaya part of it.
Normally I love to experiment with lots of materials. Till then, அப்படி திடீர்னு எதுவும் வரல. Because what I was carrying already, it was there. And it is very much related to this topic also. நான் self image எடுத்து தான் work பண்ண ஆரம்பிச்சேன். When I started my creative work, it was myself with my environment and things. So when I started studying my environment, நேச்சர்லேருந்து தான் நிறைய இமேஜஸ் எடுத்தேன். பிகாஸ் என்னென்னமோ பேசுகிறோம், என்னமோ பார்க்குறோம், படிக்கிறோம், எல்லாம் போக உங்களுக்கு இன்ஸ்பிரேஷன் வந்து நேச்சர் மட்டும்தான் அப்படின்னு அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் பண்ணிக்கிற அளவுக்கு நல்லா டீச் பண்ணுச்சு. ஸோ ஐ ஸ்டார்டட் டேக்கிங் லாட்ஸ் ஆஃப் நேச்சுரல் சிம்பிள்ஸ் அண்ட் இமேஜஸ் என்னோட இமேஜ்குள்ளே இன்டர்பிரட் பண்ணேன். ஏன்னா நான் ஐ டோன்ட் வாண்ட் டு டூ மை ரெகுலர் போர்ட்ரேட் எல்லாம் முன்னாடி ஐ வாஸ் டூயிங் மை செல்ஃப் இமேஜ் ஐ டோல்ட் அப்புறம் சர்டன் டைமுக்கு அப்புறம் என் ஒர்க் ஃப்ளாட் ஆயிடுச்சுன்னு தோணுச்சு. ஸோ ஐ ஸ்டார்டட் ஆடிங் இமேஜஸ், லேயர்லாம் ஒர்க் பண்ண ஆரம்பித்தேன். ஸோ அப்போது ஒர்க் பண்ணும்போது டிரான்ஸ்பரன்சின்னு தேவைன்னு தோணுச்சு. டிரான்ஸ்பரன்சி இருக்கும்போது ஏன்னா நம்ம மேலே இருக்க என்னோடய ஸ்கின்னை தானே பார்க்குறோம், உள்ளே என்ன நடக்குதுன்றதுல எப்பவுமே ஒரு க்யூரியாசிட்டி இருக்கும். ஸோ
ஸோ அதனால நிறைய ரெஃபரன்ஸ் பார்த்து அந்த மாதிரி ஒர்க் பண்ண ஆரம்பித்தேன். அதுலேயுமே இல்லை அப்போது இந்த சிம்பிள்ஸ் அண்ட் இமேஜஸ் எடுத்து என்னோடய இமேஜில் இன்டர்பிரேட் பண்ண ஆரம்பித்தேன். இது ஒரு மாதிரி ஒரு ப்ளே தான், அதுக்கு மேலே ஒன்றுமே கிடையாது. அப்புறம் ஸ்பான்டேனியஸ் தான் ஒர்க் பண்ணிகிட்ருக்கோம், ரொம்ப கன்ஸ்ட்ரக்டிவாக இது பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னு பண்ணலை. இங்கே கேம்புக்கு வந்து நாங்கள் போயிட்டு வந்துட்டு இருக்கும்போது ஐ டுக் லாட்ஸ் ஆஃப் இமேஜஸ். ஈவன் லாஸ்ட் இயர் ஐ வாஸ் இன் அ கேம்ப் இன் திருவண்ணாமலை. அங்கே ஒரு வியூவர்ஸ் ஓட யூனிட் பார்த்து அதில் இன்ஸ்பயர் ஆகி தான் ஐ ஸ்டார்டட் யூஸிங் த ஷட்டில் ஃபார்ம். திஸ் அகெயின் அண்ட் அகெயின் எங்கேயோ ஒரு கனெக்ஷன் இருந்துகிட்டே அந்த லைன் போயிட்டே இருக்குது. நான் அதுதான் ட்ராயிங்னு நினைக்கிறேன். Again, I'm doing the cotton seed, which I'm carrying very long. I was in my aunt's place when I was studying. அங்கே ஒரு காட்டன் சீட் மாதிரி இருந்துச்சு. எவ்ரிடே I used to sit outside. அப்போது அதனோட லைஃப் சர்க்கிள் பார்க்கும்போது அதில் இருக்க ஒரு இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங்கான ஒரு சேஞ்சஸ் இருக்குல்ல, அதை ஃபஸ்ட்டு ஒர்க் பண்ணேன். அதுக்கப்புறம் ஐ வாஸ் டூயிங் இந்த பெயிண்டிங், வேறு மீடியமில் எக்ஸ்ப்ளோர் பண்ணது. அதே இமேஜ் தான் நான் கேரி பண்ணுறேன். பிகாஸ் சம்டைம்ஸ் நானே கொஷின் பண்ணிக்குவேன் அது ரிப்பிட்டேஷன் இருக்கா அப்படின்னு. பட் பர்பஸாக அது தள்ளி வைக்க வேண்டாமே, பிகாஸ் அந்த இமேஜ் வந்துகிட்டே இருக்கு எனக்கு. நீதா கூட பேசும்போது சொன்னாங்க, எவ்ரிபடி ஹேஸ் கைண்ட் ஆஃப் கனெக்ஷன், அதனால தான் நம்ம எல்லாம் ஒன்றா வந்திருக்கோமான்னு ஷி ஆஸ்ட். ஸோ knowingly unknowingly there is a connection with everybody. நல்ல விஷயம் இல்லை எல்லா இடத்தையும் கொண்டு வந்து ஒரு இடத்துல வச்சுருக்கிறது அப்படிங்கிறது. நான் சவுத்லேயே இருந்ததால் எனக்கு வந்து இது ரொம்ப ஃப்ரெண்ட்லியான அப்ரோச். எனக்கு என்ன பண்ண எஸ்பெஷலி நாட்டிலேருந்து வந்தாங்கன்னா கூட ஒரு கொஞ்சம் மாதிரி புதுசாக இருக்கேன்னு பார்ப்பாங்க, நார்மலாக இருக்குது. ஆனால் என்னென்னா எல்லாமே கனெக்ட் ஆகி ஒரு கேம்பஸ்குள்ளே வந்திருக்கிறதுங்கிறது வந்து ஒரு நல்ல விஷயம்.
Actually, for me, art is something to do with the process of art. You know, it is not nothing is like planned when I work or you know. I start with some preparation with forms, but when I'm adding more forms in the work, it is very spontaneous. So as it grows, I start adding a lot of forms like regular daily use glass or tables and something like that. So when Shailesh told me about this show, so I thought it would be very relevant to what I used to do before also. That's the way I was looking at fluid science also, because previous works when it was in a smaller scale and it was more to talk about fresco technique, which is very traditional, and even the colors are different and you have a lot of limitation while doing the work, because before the lime dress I have to finish the work, but when it came to canvas I had a lot of things to think about the space, because I had chosen 5.5 by 6 huge canvas. I have added a lot of cosmetics, what we generally use it, and the whole aspect of having cosmetic is to present yourself compared to a very idealistic form, how the models are showcased. That's what actually comes in mind when I go through all the cosmetics and all. Oh, this is someone, Aishwarya was posing for this one was, that's what the imagery we get when we look at the cosmetics. That's what the signs or the ads or even the products are, trying to tell us. Even though you look at a toothpaste, you have a lot of nostalgia behind each object. That's what I'm trying to say through my work. When I was doing frescoes and all, and then I was doing a job also. I had left the job and it was a very good job, and everybody was telling me, oh, you left the job, that was sake of painting and you were earning so well. But I was not at all happy with the job what I was doing. Way of living was changed, and the contemporary situations what I'm going through, or as a woman, and to taking up a lot of responsibility and balancing my career and family and financial matters, like I had left the job, everything. So some places I have myself portrayed where I'm in a total confusion, and at the same time I have a lot of ideas which is coming up and I'm not able to put it. So few works were like that. Then gradually it took a dimension where I started picking up a lot of objects which were in the house. Like we have a glass factory, so the objects, they often change. At least every week we have a new furniture coming. Whichever is rejected, they bring it if it is nice. So they were all very interesting. So I started painting them with my figurative works and all. And the best thing about coming here is with meeting all these artists, it's what we met those ladies who came from Tanjavur. We never knew about all of them. So it was all very interesting knowing about what's Jappamala Mary and all their life history. It was very interesting. So it all refreshing us. Actually, I am not able to find my self-identity yet. It's just the process. I think it takes quite a long time to know my identity. But still, I feel as an individual, I take equally family and my profession, I give equal importance. That's it.
When I started my painting, it was quite autobiographical in the beginning. My subject is changing now, and it's more into kind of search, like a olden period in poetry and kind of search of heritage. But now these days it is totally gone. So I'm a bit interested in searching cultural heritage. Recently actually I started working the series of archetypes. Adirubam. I started doing my own self-portraits, searching through myself. I used this cow dung actually. It is Kalirani was here giving a talk about the fluid. And so she was talking about this cow dung and things like that. Immediately I really, suddenly I got an idea that so I also try something with the cow dung. So it's a continuation of my work which I have done there, the two paintings, portrayal of Shurpanaka. Actually from that, the other painting, I came here. The beginning of my career, actually now I am in this field, it is 22 years nearly. I started painting 1982. I was staying in Cholamandala Artist Village nearly 16 years. And now actually I put up my studio in Kerala, in Trivandrum, staying and working quietly. I'm very happy with my career. Here actually it is very important to have a talented women together, not only art, in different fields, poets, women painters, women dancers. It's very important that even universal level, all women are connected. When all come together, it's become a big fire, So that is very important that actually, even if you go to 18th century, 19th century paintings, 20, like a kind of search about the cultural heritage, even in European art, Asian art, everywhere. But now the contemporary art, actually it's going off, that magic is over, I think. So I am a bit interested in this kind of things. If 7 painters are painting, ஒரு certain level இந்த contemporary நடக்கிற ஒரு விஷயம் நம்மளுக்கே தெரியாம அது கனெக்டட் ஆயிருக்கு ஏதோ ஒன்று அது it is not clear. But it is there, even in the painting. There are common forms are there, common colors are there. Actually, it's very interesting that everyone is using red and black too much, especially South Indian colors, It's quite interesting. So all women artists are here and they use particular colors. Red, ரொம்ப dominant use பண்ணிருக்கு red. எல்லாருமே நல்லா இருக்கு ஆக்சுவலி. இப்போ அதே மாதிரி எல்லாரும் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டே வரும்போது கொஞ்சம் யாரையும் தெரியாது, கொஞ்சம் என்ட்ராகி எல்லாரும் கொஞ்சம் பழக ஆரம்பிச்சிட்ட உடனே பயங்கர ஜோலி ஆயிட்டாங்க, எல்லாரும் பயங்கர எனர்ஜெட்டிக் ஆயிட்டாங்க. பார்ட்டிசிபென்ட்ஸ் எல்லாரும் ரொம்ப பாசிட்டிவ் எனர்ஜி.
for me, when the letter came, it was very apt to get into it. Then I also thought fluid science was a really broad structure. I feel that in the whole this open market scenario, MNCs coming in and BPOs coming in, I felt that our identity in terms of culture and these things really doesn't matter anymore. You just becomes a cheap labor, a working hand. I was also interested in this aspect of in multicultural genre, how we are constantly trying to identify the person from where they come from. So you're constantly reading the language, the body language, the color of the skin, and then you're trying to guess. And then each time when you sort of realize that the other person is from a particular place, then you think that, oh, you're from India, then it says, I know you women are not treated very well there, or they'll say, you took away my job, you're from Bangalore, you took away my job. No? So I'm trying to work with that, with this hands and trying to make statements. So I think identity and is a big question for women artists in that way. Every woman artist go through this whole quest of who am I, because I felt that when you come into an art college, first of all, coming into an art college is a big issue, especially in our generation. So the moment you're put in this art college scenario where you are completely given this kind of freedom, and now you suddenly in a vacuum, you don't know who you are. Whether you're going to just ask what the teacher is going to tell you and do it, no, you're left completely free. So this freedom suddenly sort of, you're lost in the whole space. So you start wondering what you are. It's not, okay, I painted tree, I painted flowers, I painted landscape, I painted portrait, fine. But then afterwards what? Because painting is something which is so personal. It happens when you and your canvas is there. Nobody else exists. So all these thoughts and questions sort of pose into the canvas. I feel it's a very common element in all the women artists than the men artists Then you start looking at what is apt. Then you have a free choice of doing whatever you think you want to do. So I really don't bother whether I wear this clothes, I wear a sari, whether I wear a Lambadi dress. It really doesn't. I think that's what is very important for me. I should be what I am, despite of whatever I wear or however I speak. My art should speak to me, and then I need to have an identity. It's not just personal all the time. After a point, everything what is around you are constantly responding to it. Then you look at women around you and then you sort of associate. You look at environment and try. So I think that's where even the role of mother also comes in. That, okay, that's another area which you have to, it's not that you shut everything, that's another area which is naturally is part of you, and all the feelings, all whatever it is, and then the role and the responsibility is how am I going to handle it. And honestly, I don't believe whether I fit into modern or postmodern or ultra-modern, whatever. It really doesn't matter to me, because I felt that I don't need to follow all these things. So yes, you do follow to a certain level. You do understand all these areas and how culturally the Europe evolved, or to a certain extent our own art practices evolved. But at this point, I think we are much more liberated to choose the genre we want. And then also there's a lot of looking back is happening, reconsidering all the things which were there in the small things which were there in our cultural practices. Whether for me, even to paint a potter's hand today is fine. Probably if I painted 10 years ago, people would have asked why I painted it and what the relevance of that in contemporary art. Yeah, I told you, I've used a paint called acrylic. It's here, see? You get them in tubes also. But this is like Fevicol. It's the same kind of material, PVA. So it dries faster. I chose to come here particularly because I had seen this almost 8 years ago. And I saw a lot of craft people and dancers and all of them working. So I thought this will be the great opportunity for me to meet them, talk to them, and it's also a sort of questioning where I stand. Most of the camps are usually with a kind of interaction between your co-artists. I thought this is a greater possibility here, and it's also nice to live in between all these rich cultural, architectural spaces. Yeah. It is a kind of feed. Also to look at those women who are in the kitchen and the way they respond to. It was very interesting actually. 2 days ago, We were working at 11:30, and morning you usually have the guests. They just walk straight and they look at work and they move on. Night we had the potter and his son, those children, wife, and all of the women and men folks, the watchmen, all of them stand still. They don't even want to utter a word. At 11 o'clock in the night, they're just watching us painting. So that kind of response you don't get, you know. It is not that my work is done somewhere and it's put in the gallery and somebody comes and say it's nice, or somebody will go much beyond that and analyze it. For me, even their reacting is very, very important for me, being in this place. To go around the potter hand is very important for me than talking about feminine or feministic political issues. It is basically another architectural space, smaller space. It's also, you know, sort of inwards, you know, you go in. There's all kinds of architecture, so it's my architecture, a small unit. And there's also kind of a breathing sound, humming. It's like going inwards, you know, it's kind of vibration, feeling the space. I thought I will sort of bring in the elements of Dakshina Chitra in the work. Instead of bringing in my preoccupation of identity there, I thought I'll bring in, because Dakshina Chitra for me was a cultural and also craft, you know, promoting, working hands basically. So I took two elements. One is the dance, the very classical form. The other one is potter's hand. Yeah.